Hey, Dan Meyer here, and I'm back once again to talk to you about how to land an American client. This video is designed for Filipino virtual assistants, whether they be veterans or newbies, and they're trying to figure out how do they take advantage of all the opportunities right now in the United States where businesses are looking to add virtual staff. So I'm going to give you 5 tips today that will help you be more successful in landing American clients by thinking like an entrepreneur. Now, this works 2 ways. Number 1, if you're going to grow your own business, which as a freelance virtual assistant, you are an entrepreneur. Also, if you think at some point you want to grow your business from being just what you do to what your team can do, if you want to hire people to work under you or with you. And then it also works for your clients. Most of you, if you're Filipino virtual assistants, you're going to be working for small business owners, entrepreneurs, people who are launching their own business, growing their own business, and they're doing it on a smaller scale. So you want to be able to think like them, both to attract them and to help them. So tip number 1 is really, you got to think about money and marketing. It's all about money and marketing. As a virtual assistant, you have to be focused on what your financial goals are. How much do you need to make a month to provide for your expenses? Are you taking care of your family? Are you sending someone to school? Do you have to support relatives? Do you have to, are you trying to build or remodel a house or a property? And whatever you're trying to do, you want to think about how much money that's going to cost you. And you want to work towards that. You don't want to work as a virtual assistant if it's not going to make you financially successful long term. And you can do it. You just got to find the right clients. So taking, low paying jobs, hoping that it will go somewhere, probably won't get you the financial freedom that you're looking for at some point as a self-employed person. So think about that. Same for your clients. If you're working for a small business owner, entrepreneur, they're constantly worried about money. They're trying to figure out how they're going to grow their business, how they're going to pay for things like a virtual assistant. One thing that makes a virtual assistant super successful is getting into the mindset that they have to help their clients make money. Their clients won't stay in business if they're not making money. It's not like a corporate job where they can absorb losses or they have so many revenue streams that your salary is insignificant. If you're a VA working for a solopreneur, somebody who's running their own business by themselves, you have to be thinking about making the money, which leads to marketing. Marketing is where you should be thinking about marketing yourself. Even if you've got a couple great clients and you're not really looking to add a lot more to your business right now, you should still be marketing yourself as an expert. There's opportunity for you to grow your personal brand. Again, same thing with your clients. You think about money and marketing. You do that for yourself, you do that for your clients, and that's the first tip to thinking like an entrepreneur. Number 2 is you really have to think about the revenue goals. Not just money, but again, I mentioned before, revenue goals. How much money do you want to make this year as a freelance VA? Do you want to make a comfortable living? Is this a sideline for you? Do you want to get rich? All those things can happen depending on how much you put into your revenue goals. Say you want to make a monthly salary of 30,000 pesos, right? And your clients are paying you, $4 an hour. Are you going to make that if you have 2 clients and you're working 15 hours a week for both clients? It's going to be tight. You're not probably going to make that 30,000 goal. So you want to think about that. You want to do the math. You want to make sure that things line up. I'll talk about that in a second. Number 3, you want to make sure that you understand the client, right? How much time do they take? How many clients like them can you take on? You want to do, again, the math where you're thinking about, I want to make this much money, so this means I need to have this many clients. And this leads us to the tip number 4, which is do the math. Constantly look at your numbers. To be a successful entrepreneur, you have to make a profit. Whether you're a virtual assistant or a small business owner, you and your clients are always focused on what are the variables that I have to be aware of that allow me to stay in business and eventually get me to my financial goals. You should know exactly how many clients you need, how many hours you have to work for them, and how much time it will take you to fulfill those hours to get the exact amount of money you need to be able to meet your goals. It's simple math, right? So work it out on a spreadsheet, do it on a piece of paper, figure out how many clients do I need at X amount of hours, at X amount of pay to get my goal. If you do that for yourself as a VA, then you'll be much better as a VA for your client because you'll help them do the same thing. Because what you do as a VA impacts how successful they are. And this is a disconnect a lot of virtual assistants make. You think that you're just doing a task, you're just doing a job. And again, that may make sense in a big corporate world, but working for small business owners, you got to be more involved in understanding the financials of what's going on. You got to make sure that you have the money and the marketing tied up so that you're able to figure out your numbers and hit them. If your client can't hit them, they will eventually let you go. The last thing is you have to figure out how to market for people. and have people market for you. They go hand in hand again, right? As a VA, who's marketing for you? Are you marketing for yourself against tens of thousands of other Filipino VAs and hundreds of thousands of other VAs across the world? If you are, you're basically like a needle in a haystack. How are they going to find you? You want to have other people market for you. Join Facebook groups, find influencers and connect with them and network with them and comment on their posts and get involved so people see you. Here's an example. I post every day on my Facebook and my IG. I drop YouTube videos on a regular basis, but very few Filipino VAs comment on these things. This is a mistake. You know why? It's missed opportunity, because half of my followers on all my platforms are clients for you, potential clients, small business owners, coaches, speakers, trainers, authors. This is my circle of friends. And when you don't take advantage of me posting about stuff that they can see, you're losing out. Same thing with your clients. You want to think about, how do you get your clients more clients? How do you get your clients more business? Same thing. You have to engage with people. When people post something and you see a business angle, comment, like, share, do something. So have people, in a sense, marketing for you. If you comment on my Facebook post about virtual staffing, you're having me do your marketing. You see my point? I hope that makes sense. So that's the 5 tips I have today, right? To think like an entrepreneur is how you be super successful as a virtual assistant. It's how you're going to land American clients, and not just land them, but keep them and make them successful, which in the end will make you more successful. I hope these tips helped. I'll be back in a couple days with more tips on how to land an American client. In the meantime, go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop any comments, and feel free to connect with me across social media. I want you all to have a great day and to go out there and be awesome.